Utah State quarterback Jordan Love announced his decision to declare for the NFL draft via Twitter December 10th. After starting 6 games as a redshirt freshman, Love made a splash as a redshirt sophomore by throwing for 3,600 yards, 32 touchdowns to 6 interceptions, and a 64% completion percentage. Scouts love his big arm and mobility, which is evident from his 6'4", 225-pound frame. From my own study, I believe he could develop more velocity with a few tweaks to his footwork. The game I chose to evaluate was Utah State versus Wake Forest, as it was a close, back-and-forth battle decided by 3 points, which most resembles the pressure of an NFL game. Love went 33 for 48, producing 416 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. Now let's jump right into it. All right, play number 1. Jordan is going to throw an absolute rope to the wide side of the field from the opposite hash, showing off that arm strength. That's exactly what the scouts are talking about. You're going to notice in these first few clips, you're going to notice that he generates a lot of power from his hips. You can see him torquing his midsection, loading up those hips, and getting that ball out of there. There's another throw to the wide side of the field, same hitch from the opposite hash. That one's a little low. The last one, the ball was on the upfield shoulder. I like to say that on the back shoulder, but hey, it was a completion. The DBs in college, they don't expect you to be able to make that throw, so they're sitting off a little bit. All right, so here we go again. It's going to be another throw to the wide side of the field, I believe. But just now we're going to be checking out his footwork. One thing with Jordan, he's consistent, whether he's being consistently good or consistently bad with his footwork. I like the wide base. Looks around, he got his read. Hits the curl route up top. Nice throw. Straight rope, straight laser to him. You see why they're in love with his arm strength. Now, later he's going to tweak his like you see his follow through right there, that follow through. That's what I'm talking about with the bad consistency, because he consistently was like kind of not bringing his body with his follow through. And now you see these corners are starting to come up on those short hitches because they can see that he can make that throw. He's went to the wide side of the field from the opposite hash. That's because he has the arm talent. He believes in himself. Here he goes again. Got 3 up top. They're not really rushing him. Bringing 4. He has all day to throw this ball. And he throws an absolute money ball right here, right between the corner and the safety. The receiver holds on to it, makes a great catch, and that's what you like to see. The NFL receivers are going to make that all day. He has the arm strength to put it in that hole as well. You got to like that. You have to. All right, so we see that we have, okay, I've seen Tom Brady ran the same exact play against the Kansas City Chiefs. He threw it to Edelman, the slot receiver, and Brashad Breeland knocked it down. This is going to be a similar outcome. Same play. You got the 2 in routes. You got the corner route from the inside. He's going to throw it falling away. Didn't put any mustard on it. The corner's under it. And guess what? He's going to result in a pick. He didn't set his feet. He didn't put his body into it. He had all that real estate behind him. We know he can make that throw. He has that arm strength. He's displayed it already. If he would have put that to the back pylon, that would have been a touchdown. But instead, he threw it falling away. Here we go. We have another 4 wide set. Let's see what he does. Let's check out his footwork. They're showing blitz. He's not tripping. They're spread out, so it doesn't matter. He backs out. We got 4 rush. Look at his footwork. Drop, boom, hit his. Now he's climbing up in the pocket. I love that he does not try to escape to the outside. I love how he climbs up in the pocket, but look at that follow through. Look how he bent that leg. You want that leg to be stiff up front, and you want to come over top on that throw. The throw gets there. He gets the completion for the touchdown, but it could have been a lot more ahead of his receiver instead of giving that DB a chance to pick it off. In the NFL, they're going to catch those. In the NFL, the DBs are going to intercept him on that. And that's why I was saying with a couple tweaks to his footwork, you'll be able to get more velocity on that throw. He's kind of holding it back on his own. Another 4-wide formation. They're only rushing 3. Steps up in the pocket, and look how he doesn't get his feet stay apart. You don't see him getting his feet together when he's stepping up. Like if you watch like a Lamar Jackson, sometimes he'll get that heel click going on. No, he keeps his wide base, and he hits that dig route perfectly. Right in front of the safety, right between the linebackers. Give his man an opportunity to run with the ball. Those are NFL-type plays. Those receivers are going to make those plays all day long. But you got to like his footwork, what he's doing with his base. But that follow-through is nasty right now. Here we go again. The bring 4. He gets a little pressure. They run a little stunt. He gets a little pressure. He sees his check down, gets outside. He actually saw the check down beforehand. He just had to get around the defender to throw it. Gets it to him nice and quick so he can make a play out in space. NFL running backs are going to do the same thing all day. Red zone opportunity. Money zone. 3rd and 5. Checking his footwork. He wants to throw it. Look at that throw. Receiver has the DB beat. DB can't even look back for the ball. Look at that. High points the ball, gets 1 foot down. Now, in the NFL, that might be a little bit too far out because you got to get 2 feet in. But those athletes, man, throwing that to Julio and them big boys, them A.J. Green type boys, they're going to catch those. That's a great ball. They ruled it incomplete, but it ended up being overturned for a touchdown. Here he goes. Look at the footwork. Nice wide base. Look at how he loads them hips up. He wanted to throw it. Now he had to escape because he saw how that linebacker came under. But this is what scares me right here. He tries to get out the pocket and a sack. He may be quick for a college QB, but that's going to end when he gets to the NFL. He's going to have to be able to throw it. None of this getting out of the pocket, getting extra yards, that's not going to happen at all. That follow through right there is ugly, but I like what he did. The receiver replaced the defender on the blitz. He got it right out to him, and that's what you got to do. Yeah, I don't want to see much of him running. It's not going to end well. He doesn't have that elite speed. You see Lamar Jackson get caught sometime. He's not going anywhere. Look at that. First read, he just picked it up and threw it. The DB's already hip to that he can make this throw, so they're up on him already. And that's a pick. He just blindly threw it because he had that all game. That opposite hash, wide side throw. You go rolling out right. Very competent at throwing on the run. Look at how he squares himself up. Look at that, right in rhythm. Throws a strike 20 yards downfield. Receiver on the sideline. That's a perfect throw. Can't beat that. NFL receivers are going to make that play 10 times out of 10. And it's good he can make that throw. All right. They did a little zone blitz up front. Look at him step up in the pocket, deliver the ball, not trying to scramble out right or scramble out left. He steps right up in the pocket, puts that play right in front of puts the ball right in front of the safety, right where his receiver can get it. Great play, great play. Look at my man. He made the little catchy happy. Look at him. All right. Another 4-wide formation, trips. He didn't face much of a rush at all this game. But they are going to make some type of adjustments, which I hope I do not see in the future for another player, because that could spell disaster. I'll tell you guys about that in a little bit. But it's another great throw right into the hole. I would say it was a little bit late, but another thing, if you look at it, is that follow through. Let's check it again. Another 4-wide. This time they're bringing 4 again. He loads up in them hips. Look how he loads up that throw. That's where all that power is coming from. He's a 6'4", 225 guy, but he's not the biggest guy. You know what I'm saying? He's a little slender. But the way he loads up his base and generates the torque on his throws is amazing. Here he goes again. Fourth quarter with the lead. Got to be smart with the ball. Look at him, okay? Steps up in the pocket, steps up in the pocket. Look how he keeps his feet wide. But he tries to get up out of there. He gets caught from behind. He's not fast enough to try to escape. He doesn't have that quick. That's not part of his game. He's a great thrower. I don't want to see him trying to run because he's going to get himself hurt. Down 3. He has to come back. That's a 2-minute drill. The pressure's on. Steps up in the pocket. But you see takes a hit on the throw. But do you see the difference of the Wake Forest defense? They're rushing 3 or 4, but they have that spy on him just waiting for him to step up in the pocket and put that pressure on him. And he almost threw a pick in the last 2 minutes of the game. You're going to see something similar here. 4 linemen rush, but 1 drops back. They get the pressure on the edges. He's going to step up in the pocket again. Breaks the sack. Nice and strong like. All right, so here we go. See that defender closing in on him? He has to get it out quick. But look at the ugly follow through, though. Look at that. Throws it into double coverage. And another dropped interception. This is a 2-minute drill. He already put the ball in jeopardy twice. Here we go. 3-man rush. This time they don't have the little spy. He's able to step up into a clean pocket. No one bearing down on him. And look at that throw. Nice in rhythm, on the run, on the sideline. Nice completion. Four wide again. This time, they rush 3. They don't have the spy. He just steps into the pocket, throws the out route. Now, that can't be in that position. He has to throw that to the outside. That's pick 6 all day in the league. You don't want to see that throw on that inside shoulder. You want that on the outside shoulder. They brought the spies back this time. Tries to escape out the pocket. Keeping his eyes downfield. That's what I like about him. Look at him. He's rolling out. His eyes are downfield. Getting his shoulders right. But see, the late rush, he can't step into the throw. He's falling back, throwing off his back foot, and just sails it. Man running wide. Not really. He had him beat. Man running had him beat. Couldn't connect. Great adjustment by Wake Forest, by the way. All right. Doesn't have the spy. He can step up, step into this throw. But look at that follow through. What is that? I do not know what to I do not know what to call that. The ball still gets there. My man juggles it and gets absolutely killed by the safety. Yeah. Here we go. And the spy is there, but the running back occupies him. He comes up, steps up. The spy comes, throws it nice in rhythm, but he rushes it. And that is a pick to seal the game. While they were in field goal range. Things like that in the NFL, those are killers. In field goal range, you throw a pick with 17 seconds left in the game. Now, if you recall what I said earlier, you have the good, the consistently good, and the consistently bad. You see what I was saying? He consistently has good feet in the pocket when he's moving. When he's climbing the ladder, he's climbing up in the pocket. He keeps his feet nice far. He keep that wide base. We could generate all that power to complete those throws. I love that about him. Every time he winds up, you can just see that he loads up from his core, from his hips, and that's how he's able to complete those passes from the opposite hash to the wide side of the field. But you also see he consistently has the awkward follow through. So I believe that if he can get that part of his delivery figured out, where he's coming over that left leg, that front foot, he's coming over on top of that front foot instead of like putting on the air brakes on himself, he's going to have a lot more velocity on that ball. He's going to be making all type of throws. In conclusion, I'd like to say that Jordan Love is a great NFL prospect. I love his footwork. I love how he loads up his throws. I love the effort that he plays with, although he did have a down year this year compared to his sophomore year. He's only 21 years old. He has a lot of upside. Redshirt Junior, only 21 years old. We're talking about the Heisman winner, Joe Burrow, is 23. So give him 2 more years to develop, and we'll see where he's at. You know what I'm saying? So I have a lot more draft breakdowns coming up. I don't know exactly who I'll do next, but I'll be posting videos consistently throughout this weekend. Until next time, peace.